ഓക്കെ, നമ്മൾ ഈ യൂണിറ്റിൽ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത് ന്യൂക്ലിയർ റേഡിയേഷൻ ഡിറ്റക്ഷൻ ആൻഡ് മെഷർമെൻറ്റ്. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ റേഡിയേഷൻ എന്ന് നമ്മൾ ഓൾറെഡി അറിയാം. ജസ്റ്റ് അതിൻ്റെ ബേസിക്സ് നമുക്ക് ഒന്നുകൂടി നോക്കാം, ഒന്ന് റിവൈസ് ചെയ്ത് നോക്കാം. നമുക്ക് വാട്ട് ഈസ് റേഡിയേഷൻ? Radiation is the energy that traveling through space. There are two types of radiation: ionizing radiation and non-ionizing radiation. നമ്മളിവിടെ അയനൈസിങ് റേഡിയേഷനെ കുറിച്ചാണ് നമ്മൾ പ്രധാനമായിട്ടും ഈ പേപ്പറിൽ തന്നെ നമ്മൾ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ അയനൈസിങ് റേഡിയേഷൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ റേഡിയേഷൻ ഓർ ഇലക്ട്രോ മാഗ്നറ്റിക് വേവ്സ് or moving subatomic particles, especially high energy particles which cause ionization, that causes damage to matter. The radiation can be detected or measured and can also be monitored its exposure, but we cannot feel the radiation. Right. There are and the background radiation. You have already heard about the background radiation. Background radiation is simply the ionizing radiation that naturally present in our environment. Simply, we already live. We have granites in our homes, and people living in a granite areas or on mineralized sands receive more terrestrial radiation, while people living or working at high altitude receive more cosmic radiation. അപ്പോൾ ചുരുക്കി പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് റേഡിയേഷനിൽ നിന്ന് വിട്ടിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ലൈഫ് നമ്മളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം ഇല്ല എന്ന് തന്നെ പറയാം. Then radiations is coming from the radioactive material, and you know the radioactivity in material is simply the emission of ionizing radiation or particles caused by the spontaneous disintegration of atomic nuclei. ഇത് നമ്മൾ കഴിഞ്ഞ മോഡ്യൂളിൽ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. And there are two types of radioactivity: natural radioactivity and induced radioactivity. And alpha is is a stream of positive charged particles, and beta a stream of electrons, gamma simply high energy photons. The amount of the amount of radioactive material is measured in becquerel (BQ), which enables us to compare the typical radioactivity of some natural and other materials. A becquerel is 1 atomic decay per second. Right. Okay, അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ റിയൽ ലൈഫ് എക്സാമ്പിൾ എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ a kilogram of coffee or granite might have 1000 becquerel of activity, and an adult human 7000 becquerel from potassium 40 in human. Each atomic disintegration produces some ionizing radiation. An unstable atom has excess internal energy, with the result that the nucleus can undergo a spontaneous change. This is called radioactive decay. We all experience radiation from natural sources every day. And we already learned that an unstable nucleus emits excess energy as radiation in the form of gamma rays or fast moving subatomic particles. If it decays with emission of alpha or beta particle, it becomes a new element and may emit gamma rays at the same time. One can describe the emission as gamma, beta, and alpha radiation. All the time, the atom is progressing in one or more steps towards a stable state where it is no longer radioactive. The effective dose, the effective dose of all these kinds of radiation is measured in a unit called sievert. അപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾ becquerel പഠിച്ചു, sievert. Okay. Although most doses are in millisievert (MSV), this is simply 1,000th of a sievert. അപ്പോൾ ഡോസ് നമ്മൾ പറയുന്ന യൂണിറ്റ് സീവർട്ട് ആണ്, മില്ലി സീവർട്ട് ആണ്. We each receive about 2 millisievert per year from natural background and maybe more from medical procedures. Anything less than about 100 millisievert is harmless. Okay, 100 millisievert, below 100 millisievert is harmless. The sievert is named after the scientist Rolf Maximilian Sievert. Okay. Then one sievert carries with it a 5.5 percentage chance of eventually developing cancer. One sievert, okay, not millisievert. One sievert carries 5.5 chance of cancer. One sievert and then one sievert and then one sievert is the equivalent biological effect of the deposit of a joule of radiation energy in a kilogram of human tissue. 1 joule per kilogram. Okay. One sievert is simply 1 joule per kilogram deposition. Then the dosage from different sources are given in this table. I will give you the notes to you all, so you can or you can download it from the Google Classroom, so you can note it down later. The International Commission on Radiological Protection recommends the exposure limit 50 millisievert in a single year with a maximum of 100 millisievert in consecutive 5-year period. അത് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു വർഷം നമുക്ക് 50 millisievert വരെ നമുക്ക് എക്സ്പോഷർ അലൗഡ് ആണ്. 5 വർഷത്തിൽ 100 millisievert നമ്മൾ കൂടാനും പാടില്ല എക്സ്പോഷർ. If it increases, there's a chance of cancer. Then you see this energy table. Then nuclear instrumentation. നമ്മൾ ഡിറ്റക്ഷൻ ഒക്കെ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന nuclear instrumentation. The counting system. Detectors are classified into two types according to the method of operation. Pulse type system. The output consists of a voltage pulse, one pulse per particle detector. Then current type system, the output is an average value resulting from the detection of many particles. A detector, the function of the detector is to produce a signal for every particle entering into it. Every detector works by using some interaction of particles with matter. Following is a list of the most common detector types: gas filled counters, including ionization chamber, proportional counter, Geiger-Müller counters, then scintillation detectors, semiconductor detectors, spark chambers, bubble chambers, photographic emulsions, thermoluminescent dosimeters, Cherenkov counters, self-powered neutron detectors. These are the different types of detectors. Then the detector consists of detector, preamplifier, amplifier, multi-channel analyzer, single channel analyzer, oscilloscope, scaler, and timer. This is simply the basic pulse type detection system. The output of the most of the detectors is a voltage pulse, and a model is given here. Voltage pulse during the detection of a particle radiation radiation. The ideal pulse type counter should satisfy the following requirements. Every particle entering the detector should produce a pulse at the exit of the counter higher than the electronic noise level of the unit. The duration of the pulse should be short so that particles coming in one after the other in quick succession produce separate pulses. If the energy of the particle is to be measured, the height of the pulse should have some known fixed relationship to the energy of the particle. If two or more particles deposit the same energy in the detector, the corresponding pulses should have the same height. The requirement is expressed in terms of the energy resolution of the detector. Good energy resolution is extremely important if the radiation field consists of particles with different energies, and the objective of the measurement is to identify these energies. But actually, there is no detector that satisfies all these requirements. So we have developed a NIM concept, nuclear instrumentation module concept, that is a standard, defines mechanical and electrical specification for electronics modules used in experimental particles and nuclear physics. ഓക്കെ നമുക്കിനി ബാക്കി അടുത്ത ഇതിൽ ഞാൻ നോട്ട് ഓൾറെഡി നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തരുന്നുണ്ട്, നിങ്ങൾ ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്ത് നിങ്ങൾ വായിച്ച് നോക്കാം കേട്ടോ.